Welcome to Truth Meets Fiction, your home for timeless stories, unforgettable characters, and the kind of content that stays with you long after the credits roll. Whether it's fact, fiction, or somewhere in between, you'll find it here. Let's begin.
I'm in an auto camp on Route 66, just west of Gallup, New Mexico. If I tell it, perhaps it'll help me. It'll keep me from going mad. I must tell this quickly. I'm not mad now. I feel perfectly well. My name is Ronald Adams. I'm 36 years of age, unmarried, tall, dark, with a black mustache. I drive a 1940 Ford V8, license number 6D7589. I was born in Brooklyn. All this I know. I know that I'm at this moment perfectly sane. That it's not me who has gone mad, but something else, something utterly beyond my control. I must speak quickly. At any moment, the link with my life may break. This may be the last thing I ever tell on Earth. The last night I ever see the stars. 6 days ago, I left Brooklyn to drive to California.
I'll come out with you to the car.
No, it's raining. Stay here at the door. Hey, what's this, tears?
No, it's just the trip. Ronald, I wish you weren't driving.
Mother, there you go again. People do it every day.
I know, but you'll be careful, won't you? Promise me you'll be extra careful. Don't fall asleep or drive fast or pick up any strangers on the road.
No, you think I was still 17 to hear you talk.
And wire me as soon as you get to Hollywood, won't you, son?
Of course I will. Now, don't you worry. There isn't anything going to happen. It's just 8 days of perfectly simple driving on smooth, decent, civilized roads with a hot dog or a hamburger stand every 10 miles. I was in excellent spirits. The drive ahead of me, even the loneliness, seemed like a lark. But I reckoned without him. Crossing Brooklyn Bridge that morning in the rain, I saw a man leaning against the cables. He seemed to be waiting for a lift. There were spots of fresh rain on his shoulders. He was carrying a cheap overnight bag in one hand. He was thin, nondescript, with a cap pulled down over his eyes. He stepped off the walk, and if I hadn't swerved, I'd have hit him. I almost... I would have forgotten him completely. Except that just an hour later, while crossing the Pulaski Skyway over the Jersey Flats, I saw him again. At least he looked like the same person. He was standing now with one thumb pointing west. I couldn't figure out how he got there, but I thought probably one of those fast trucks had picked him up, beaten me to the Skyway, and let him off. I didn't stop for him. Then, late that night, I saw him again. I was on the new Pennsylvania Turnpike between Harrisburg and Pittsburgh. It's 265 miles long with a very high speed limit. I was just slowing down to one of the tunnels, and I saw him standing under an arc light by the side of the road. I could see him quite distinctly. The bag, the cap, even the spots of fresh rain spattered over his shoulders. He hailed me this time. I stepped on the gas like a shot. It's lonely country through the Alleghenies, and I had no intention of stopping. Besides, the coincidences, or whatever it was, gave me the willies. I stopped at the next gas station.
Yes, sir.
Fill her up.
Certainly. Check your oil, sir?
No, thanks.
Nice night, isn't it?
Yes. It hasn't been raining here recently, has it?
Not a drop of rain all week.
Huh. Suppose that hasn't done your business any harm.
Oh, people drive through here all kinds of weathers. Most of the business, you know.
What about hitchhikers?
Hitchhikers here? Guy'd be a fool that started out to hitch rides on this road. Look at it.
And you never seen anybody?
No. Maybe they get the lift before the turnpike starts. I mean, you know, before the toll house. But then it'd be a mighty long ride. Most cars wouldn't want to pick up a guy for that long a ride. You know, this is pretty lonesome country here. Mountains and woods. Ain't seen anybody like that, have you?
Oh, no. Not at all. Just a technical question.
I see. Well, that'll be just $1.49 for the tax.
The thing gradually passed from my mind as sheer coincidence. I had a good night's sleep in Pittsburgh. I didn't think about the man all next day until just outside of Zanesville, Ohio, I saw him again. It was a bright, sunshiny afternoon. The peaceful Ohio fields, brown with the autumn stubble, lay dreaming in the golden light. I was driving slowly, drinking it in, when the road suddenly ended in a detour. In front of the barrier, he was standing. Now, let me explain about his appearance before I go on. I repeat, there was nothing sinister about him. He was as drab as a mud fence. And with his attitude menacing, he merely stood there, waiting, almost drooping a little, a cheap overnight bag in his hand. He looked as though he'd been waiting there for hours. And then he looked up. He hailed me. He started to walk forward. Hello! I'd stopped the car, of course, for the detour, and for a few minutes I couldn't seem to find the new road. I knew he must be thinking that I'd stopped for him. Hello! Hello! Sorry. Not just now. Sorry.
Going to California?
No, not today. The other way. Going to New York. Sorry. After I got the car back into the road again, I felt like a fool. Yet the thought of picking him up, of having him sit beside me, was somehow unbearable. Yet at the same time, I felt more than ever unspeakably alone. Hour after hour went by. The fields, the towns kicked off one by one. The light changed. I knew now that I was going to see him again. Though I dreaded the sight, I caught myself searching the side of the road, waiting for him to appear.
Yeah? What is it? What do you want?
You sell sandwiches and pop here, don't you?
Yeah, we do in the daytime, but we're closed up now for the night.
I know, but I was wondering if you could possibly let me have a cup of coffee, black
Not
coffee.
at this time of night, mister. My wife's the cook. She's in bed.
Listen, just a minute ago, there was a man standing here right beside this stand, a suspicious-looking man. I don't mean to disturb you. You see, I was driving along, and I just happened to look, and there he was.
What was he doing?
Well, nothing.
Now, look here, young man. You've been taking a nip. That's what you've been doing. Now, get on your way before I call out Sheriff Hope.
I got into the car again and drove on slowly. I was beginning to hate the car. I could have found a place to stop to rest a little. I was in the Ozark Mountains of Missouri now. A few resort places there were closed. I'd seen him at the roadside stand. I knew I'd see him again. Perhaps the next turn of the road. I knew that when I saw him next, I'd run him down. I did not see him again till late next afternoon. I stopped the car at a sleepy little junction, just across the border into Oklahoma. Had a train pass by. When he appeared, across the tracks, leaning against a telephone pole. It was a perfectly airless, dry day. The red clay of Oklahoma was baking under the southwestern sun. There were spots of fresh rain on his shoulders. I couldn't stand that. Without thinking, blindly, I started the car across the track. He didn't even look up at me. He was staring at the ground. I stepped on the gas hard, veering the wheel sharply towards him. I could hear the train in the distance now, but I didn't care. Then something went wrong with the car. It stalled right on the track. The train was coming closer. I could hear its bell ringing. The cry of its whistle. Still, he stood there. Now I knew that he was beckoning me to my death. Frustrated in that time. The starter had worked at last, and I managed to back up. When the train passed, he was gone. I was all alone in the hot, dry afternoon. After that, I knew I had to do something. I didn't know who this man was or what he wanted of me. I only knew that from now on, I must not let myself be alone on the road for one moment. Hello there. Like a ride?
What do you think? How far are you going?
Amarillo. I'll take you to Amarillo.
Gee. Mind if I take off my shoes? My dogs are killing me.
Go right ahead.
Gee, what a break this is.
Hitchhike much?
Sure. Only it's tough sometimes.
Yeah, I think it would be. Well, I'll bet if you get a good pickup in a fast car, you can get to places faster than... say another person in another car.
I don't get you.
Well, take me for instance. Suppose I'm driving at a nice steady clip, about 45 miles an hour. Couldn't a girl like you waiting for lift beat me to town after town, you know? Well, provided you got picked up every time the car doing from 65 to 70 miles an hour, if you would...
I don't know. What difference does it make?
No difference. It's just a crazy idea I had sitting in the car.
Imagine spending your time in a swell car thinking of things like that.
What would you do instead?
What would I do? If I was a good-looking fella like yourself? Why, I'd just enjoy myself. And if I saw a good-looking girl along the side of the road... Hey, look out!
Did you see him, too?
See who?
That man standing beside the barbed wire fence.
I didn't see anybody. There wasn't nothing but a bunch of steers in the fence. What do you think you was doing? Trying to run into the barbed wire fence?
There's a man there. Man. There was a thin, gray man with an overnight bag in his hand. I was trying to run him down.
Run him down? You kill him?
You say you didn't see him back there? You sure?
I didn't see a soul. And as far as that's
Watch for the
concerned...
next time, then. Keep watching. Keep your eyes peeled on the road. He'll turn up again. Maybe any minute now. There! Look there!
I'm getting out of here.
You see him that time?
No, I didn't see him that time. And personally, mister, I don't expect never to see him. All I want to do is to go on living, and I don't see how I will very long driving with
I'm
you.
sorry. I don't know what came over me. Please don't go.
So if you'll excuse me,
Then you
mister...
can't go. Listen, how'd you like to go to California? I'll drive you all the way to California.
Seeing pink elephants all the way? No, thanks.
Listen, please, just 1 minute.
You know what I think you need, big boy? Not a girlfriend. Just a good dose of sleep. There, I got it now.
No, you can't go.
Leave your hands off of me. Do you hear me?
Hey. Come back here. Please, come back. She ran from me, though I were a monster. A few minutes later, I saw a passing truck pick her up. I knew then that I was utterly alone. I was in the heart of the great Texas prairies. There wasn't a car on the road after the truck went by. Tried to figure out what to do, how to get hold of myself. If I could find a place to rest, or even if I could sleep right here in the car for a few hours along the side of the road. I was getting my winter overcoat out of the back seat to use as a blanket.
Hello?
Saw him coming toward me. Emerging from the herd of moving steers. Spoken to him then. Fought it out then and there. For now, he began to be everywhere. Whenever I stopped, even for a moment, for gas, for oil, for a drink, a pop, a cup of coffee, a sandwich, he was there. I saw him standing outside the auto camp in Amarillo that night, when I dared to slow down. He was sitting near the drinking fountain, a little camping spot just inside the border of New Mexico. He was waiting for me outside the Navajo reservation where I stopped to check my tires. I saw him in Albuquerque where I bought 12 gallons of gas. I was afraid now. Afraid to stop. I began to drive faster. I was in lunar landscape now. The great arid mesa country of New Mexico. I drove through it with the indifference of a fly crawling over the face of the moon. But now he didn't even wait for me to stop. As I drove at 85 miles an hour over those endless roads, he waited for me at every other mile. I see his figure, shadowless, flitting before me, still in its same attitude, over the cold and lifeless ground, flitting over dried-up rivers, over broken stones cast up by old glacial upheavals, flitting in the pure and cloudless clear. I was beside myself when I finally reached Gallup, New Mexico. It's an auto camp here. Cold. Almost deserted at this time of year. I went inside and asked if there was a telephone. I had the feeling that if only I could speak to someone familiar, someone that I loved, I could pull myself together.
Number, please.
Long distance.
Thank you. This is long distance.
I'd like to put in a call to my home in Brooklyn, New York. I'm Ronald Adams. Ronald Adams. The number is Beechwood 20828.
Thank you. What is your number?
312.
Albuquerque. New York for Gallup. New York. Gallup, New Mexico, calling Beechwood 20828.
I'd read somewhere that love could banish demons. It was the middle of the morning. I knew Mother would be home. I pictured her, tall, white-haired, in a crisp house dress, going about her task. It would be enough, I thought, merely to hear the even calmness of her voice.
Will you please deposit $3.85 for the first 3 minutes? When you have deposited $1.50, will you wait until I have collected the money? All right, deposit another $1.50. Will you please deposit the remaining 85 cents? Ready with Brooklyn. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Mrs. Adams' residence.
Hello. Hello, Mother.
This is Mrs. Adams' residence. Who is it you wish to speak to, please?
What? Who's this?
This is Mrs. Swinney.
Mrs. Swinney. I don't know any Mrs. Is this Beechwood 20828?
Yes?
Where's my mother? Where's Mrs. Adams?
Mrs. Adams isn't not at home. She's still in the hospital.
The hospital?
Yes. Who is this calling, please? Is the member of the family?
Well, what's she in the hospital for?
She's been prostrated for 5 days. Nervous breakdown. But who is this
Nervous
calling?
breakdown? Well, my mother was never nervous.
It's all taken place since the death of her oldest son, Ronald.
What? The death of her oldest son, Ronald. Hey, what is this? What number is this?
This is Beechwood 20828. It's all been very sudden. He was killed just 6 days ago in an automobile accident on the Brooklyn Bridge. Your 3 minutes are up, sir. Your 3 minutes are up, sir. Your 3 minutes are up, sir. Sir, your 3 minutes are up. Your 3 minutes are up, sir.
And so I'm sitting here in this deserted auto cab in Gallup, New Mexico. I'm trying to think. Trying to get hold of myself. Otherwise, I shall go mad. Outside, it is night. The vast, soulless night of New Mexico. 1,000,000 stars are in the sky. Ahead of me stretch 1,000 miles of empty mesa. Mountains, prairies, desert. Somewhere among them, he is waiting for me. Somewhere I shall know who he is and who I am.
Every story leaves a trace, some in history, others in the shadows. If this one made you think, question, or shiver just a little, you're in the right place. This is Truth Meets Fiction. Until next time, stay curious, stay sharp, and don't believe everything you're told.